For decades, Antarctica has been wrapped in silence, secrecy, and ice. But now, investigative journalist Linda Moulton Howe, after more than 40 years of interviews, classified testimonies, and unanswered questions, says she can't take the truth to her grave. She claims what was captured beneath 2 to 3 miles of Antarctic ice was never meant for the public to see. Military witnesses, restricted zones, structures that shouldn't exist, and evidence that challenges everything we think we know about Earth's past. A realm of ice and secrets. Antarctica, the southernmost continent on Earth, is covered by an enormous ice sheet, over 4,000 meters thick, about 2.5 miles in places, deeper than 13,000 feet of snow and ice blankets its bedrock. This vast frozen layer smothers ancient terrain of rock, mountain ranges, valleys, and subglacial lakes deep beneath the surface. Scientists estimate more than 400 lakes lie hidden under that ice, including Lake Vostok, one of the largest subglacial lakes in the world, at nearly 12,500 square kilometers and buried beneath roughly 3,488 meters of ice. On the surface, winter temperatures can plunge below -80 degrees Celsius and winds surpass 200 kilometers per hour. But beneath, geothermal heat and pressure create unique conditions few humans have ever touched. Under the frozen white expanse exists an intricate landscape of subglacial valleys, ridges, and flowing water currents sculpted over millions of years. For example, scientists have revealed hidden mountain ranges and channels shaped by ancient rivers beneath miles of Antarctic ice, suggesting that what seems like a flat white desert from above is, in reality, a wildly textured world of rock and liquid below. Ongoing satellite measurements from missions like ESA's Cryosat-2, active from 2010 to 2020, have even detected dynamic subglacial lakes that fill and drain over months to years, pointing to vastly more active processes deep beneath the surface than previously understood. The terrain, hidden under ice for at least 34 million years, continues to evolve slowly but continuously, resisting easy exploration. This inhospitable continent, larger than Europe and nearly twice the size of Australia, has become a symbol of mystery, partly because its surface seems simple and lifeless, but its foundations are unknown to most people. From South Pole research stations to modern radar surveys, scientists steadily uncover natural features like lakes, rivers, and volcanic ridges beneath the sheet, yet the bedrock remains poorly mapped and largely inaccessible. Antarctica's harsh conditions, combined with geological complexity, make it one of the least explored regions on Earth, even in 2025. In science circles, the known unknowns about what lies under the ice are immense, and new discoveries about life in extreme subglacial lakes fuel fascination with this frozen frontier. Yet departures from this mainstream scientific narrative have long fueled speculations of hidden discoveries, ranging from secret bases to ancient civilizations trapped under 2 to 3 miles of ice. These claims are popular on forums and social networks, not in peer-reviewed journals. Still, the vast hidden continent invites questions about what other secrets the ice may conceal. With the backdrop of this scientifically grounded hidden world beneath millions of years of Antarctic ice. Next, we turn to the controversial figure who claims to have inside knowledge of what lies below. Linda Moulton Howe. Linda Moulton Howe, born 1942, is an American investigative reporter and author who has spent decades covering anomalous or unidentified phenomena. While not a geologist or polar scientist, she has gained public attention for interviews and investigations into fringe topics, including UFO reports, crop circles, and alleged unexplained discoveries in remote places. Many of Howe's claims rely on testimonies from anonymous or retired personnel rather than independently verified scientific research. Her work appears on platforms like YouTube and lecture circuits rather than in peer-reviewed journals. In the context of Antarctica, Howe has repeatedly referenced stories from unnamed sources claiming secret knowledge of subterranean structures beneath the ice. Some of these narratives involve alleged classified missions, where military or special operations personnel are said to have encountered unusual underground features. These accounts often appear on Reddit, YouTube, and other online forums, and are presented without corroborating evidence from institutions like the British Antarctic Survey or NASA. According to Howe's retellings, at least one alleged source, dubbed Spartan 1, described witnessing an octagonal entrance embedded in glacial ice. Details include massive thick doors, geometric openings, and corridors extending beneath the sheet. These descriptions are portrayed by proponents as evidence of unknown engineering or ancient chambers. Yet scientists mapping subglacial environments emphasize that radar imaging reveals features like lakes and bedrock topography, not artificial architecture. The intense attention around these stories is driven as much by public fascination as by Howe's storytelling. Whether skeptics or believers engage with the material, the lines between documented science and speculative testimony blur in popular discourse. Unlike verified satellite surveys or drilling expeditions that study subglacial lakes and microbial ecosystems, the claims Howe highlights lack physical evidence accessible to independent researchers. This distinction, scientific data versus anecdotal testimony, is crucial for viewers who want to understand the difference between scientific exploration and speculative narratives. Beyond the speaker and her sources, the claims about secret missions beneath Antarctica's ice converge on a set of specific alleged discoveries. Section 3 explores these reported mission and discovery claims in narrative and context. The mission and the discovery claims. One of the most widely circulated narratives in alternative media involves an alleged classified mission deep beneath Antarctica's ice sheet. According to these testimonies, typically shared by anonymous or unverified sources, a reconnaissance group explored kilometers of subterranean zones after discovering a mysterious entrance. These stories often portray the ice sheet as a vault, hiding chambers with megastructures or corridors. It's important to note there is no scientific or governmental publication confirming such missions, and major science institutions do not acknowledge their existence. In these accounts, the most commonly referenced figure, Spartan 1, is described as a retired military operative who claimed to have seen a massive octagonal doorway built into a glacier. The structure was allegedly only partly exposed, with gigantic doors and geometry unlike natural ice formations. Proponents say this entrance led downward to areas that remain warm and illuminated, even without visible lamps or infrastructure. Such features, if real, would defy current understanding of subglacial environments, where temperatures are typically near the pressure melting point of ice and light does not exist. Despite the lack of peer-reviewed evidence, such narratives have spread widely online, illustrating how Antarctica's documented mysteries, like hidden lakes or ancient landscapes buried by ice, get reinterpreted into sensational claims about artificial structures or secret missions. For scientifically grounded understanding, reported subglacial discoveries are natural features shaped over the millions of years, not corridors carved by unknown builders. Immense underground chambers. Beneath Antarctica's ice sheet, scientists have confirmed the existence of hundreds of subglacial lakes and hidden landscapes. But these are natural features shaped by ice, water, and geology, not confirmed artificial chambers. Modern radar and satellite altimetry have mapped more than 400 subglacial lakes distributed widely across East and West Antarctica, including the massive Lake Vostok beneath roughly 3,000 to 4,000 meters of ice. These lakes, in many cases larger than some modern surface lakes, form part of a dynamic subglacial hydrological network that may flow through interconnected channels under pressure. Natural subglacial landscapes also include valleys, ridges, and ancient river systems frozen in time. Scientists have found evidence that features resembling hills and valleys carved by rivers existed before the Antarctic ice sheet formed about 34 million years ago, preserving a frozen landscape beneath the ice. Some areas show geothermal activity and rift zones that influence ice dynamics, including geothermal melt that produces subglacial water and lubrication for ice movement. In the West Antarctic rift system, research has also identified over 130 buried volcanoes under the ice sheet, adding further complexity to the geological environment below. Mainstream science emphasizes that deepest subglacial features mapped to date are shaped by ancient geology and glaciology, not by artificial construction. The largest subglacial cavities known, such as Lake Vostok or the interconnected hydrological systems under the ice, are natural hydrological and geological phenomena formed over geological time, not empty chambers carved by unknown agents. If science has mapped enormous natural subglacial water bodies and hidden topography, how do claims of unusual cave-like spaces and artificial doorways fit into the picture? The next section examines those reported mysterious symbols and speculations. Mysterious symbols on the walls. In speculative and fringe narratives circulating on platforms like YouTube and Reddit, alleged explorers claim that underground chambers beneath Antarctic ice contain walls covered with thousands of carved symbols. These stories often describe shapes like Mayan or Egyptian writing, but without known linguistic matches, and sometimes suggest these carvings are uniformly cut without visible tool marks. However, no credible archaeological or geological study has documented such symbols beneath the ice sheet. Scientifically, Antarctica's known sub-ice environments are either natural rock outcrops, geothermal zones, or subglacial lakes with sediment layers and microbe ecosystems, not engraved symbols. For instance, expeditions drilling into subglacial lakes like Whillans or Mercer have encountered microbial life and water dynamics, but no evidence of structured symbols or architectural carvings. Subglacial drilling projects from the 1990s through the 2020s focus on ice chemistry, microbial diversity, and paleoclimate sediment records, and they are tightly regulated to avoid contamination. The perceived symbols sometimes appear in conspiracy literature alongside claims of hidden lost civilizations preserved under ice for millions of years, a theme echoed on speculative sites. These narratives draw on human fascination with mysteries and the fact that Antarctica's surface hides vast terrain yet to be examined in situ. But they are not grounded in scientifically documented rock inscriptions or archaeological finds. Thus, when reviewing such claims, it's critical to distinguish between anecdotal testimony and verifiable data from scientific expeditions. The former thrives in online lore. The latter builds understanding of Earth's hidden subglacial world. Despite a lack of evidence, narratives about unusual access routes, octagonal ice doors, and secret submarine passages persist in speculative circles. Section 6 explores these reported access methods and contrasts them with actual Antarctic exploration techniques. Unusual access routes below the ice. In alternative narratives, several specific access routes beneath Antarctica's ice are described, including an octagonal doorway carved into a glacier and alleged submarine passageways that enter hidden caverns under miles of ice. These ideas often feature in online videos and forums, but are not supported by any credible scientific documentation. No peer-reviewed study by the Scientific Committee on Antarctic Research, SCARE-TR, or similar bodies has reported engineered octagonal entrances or submerged corridors created by unknown forces. What science does confirm is that natural openings and channels exist within Antarctica's ice sheet due to glacial flow, meltwater drainage, and geothermal heat. Subglacial lakes connected by channels form a dynamic hydrological network that researchers map using radio echo sounding RES and satellite altimetry. Most subglacial lakes are identified by their mirror-like radar reflections under tens of thousands of feet of ice, not visible cavernous highways. Exploration of sub-ice environments requires specialized drilling rigs and sterile hot water probes. Projects like SALSA, Subglacial Antarctic Lakes Scientific Access, have drilled into lakes such as Lake Whillans and Lake Mercer at depths of hundreds of meters, sampling water and discovering microbial life. These expeditions take months of planning and rigorous environmental protocols. They do not uncover engineered passageways or hidden infrastructure. In summary, scientifically documented access to beneath Antarctica's ice hinges on natural processes and highly controlled research methods. Radar mapping, ice drilling, and AUV exploration reveal a hidden but natural world of lakes, rivers, and rugged landscapes. Claims of artificial access routes remain unverified and fall outside mainstream Antarctic research. Now that we've seen the differences between documented science and speculative access claims, The next section turns to claims of ancient or non-human origins, exploring both the myths and what science says. Claims of ancient or non-human origins. Antarctica's hidden world has sparked extraordinary speculation about ancient civilizations or non-human builders beneath the ice. But these remain unverified claims. Scientific evidence shows that Antarctica's sub-ice environment is shaped by geological forces over tens of millions of years. For example, recent radar surveys have revealed that ancient landscapes sculpted by giant rivers existed beneath the East Antarctic ice sheet between 80 million and 34 million years ago, long before extensive glaciation began. These flat surfaces and deep troughs still influence how modern ice flows today, offering critical insight into the continent's deep history and climate processes. Subglacial lakes, such as Lake Vostok, are natural formations that have existed under thick ice for millions of years. Lake Vostok, hidden beneath roughly 4 kilometers, about 2.4 miles of ice, has water depths over 500 meters, and scientists believe it may have persisted at least as long as the ice sheet itself, possibly up to 15 million years or more. These lakes are of keen interest because they may harbor microbial life adapted to isolation, darkness, and extreme pressure. But no evidence indicates artificial structures or non-human technology in these environments. Geological research also shows that Antarctica's bedrock is extremely varied and includes features such as mountain ranges and volcanic provinces, a complex record of continental breakup and tectonic activity over hundreds of millions of years. For example, volcanoes like Mount Takahe, approximately 3,460 meters elevation, and Mount Berlin, approximately 3,478 meters, are part of Antarctic volcanism that occurred over hundreds of thousands to millions of years. These natural formations provide context for understanding how extreme environments evolve beneath ice, but they do not suggest any engineered or pre-human architecture. Beyond ancient structures, many stories feature vanishing scientists and secrecy. Section 8 explores these claims, distinguishing between isolated incidents and scientifically documented Antarctic research procedures, logistics, and safety protocols. Anecdotes of vanishing scientists and secrecy. Stories about scientists disappearing in Antarctica often crop up in fringe narratives, but documented peer-reviewed records tell a very different story about research stations, field camps, and emergency procedures. Antarctica hosts roughly 1,000 to 4,000 personnel annually across seasonal and year-round bases like McMurdo Station, Amundsen Scott South Pole Station, and Rothera Research Station. These research hubs support geology, climate science, and biology without any credible reports of unexplained disappearances linked to secret discoveries. Antarctic research operates under strict international cooperation frameworks, such as the Antarctic Treaty System, ATS, which governs all activities and ensures safety, environmental protection, and open scientific exchange. Within this context, scientists working deep in field camps follow rigorous protocols for check-ins, weather monitoring, and evacuation procedures. There are documented cases where researchers have been injured, fallen ill, or temporarily lost contact during severe storms. But all such incidents are logged by station leadership and rescue teams, and none involve unexplained disappearances tied to anomalous phenomena. Accounts that emerge online about teams vanishing, equipment being quarantined, or personnel being silenced are almost always anecdotal and unverified. They often lack direct corroboration from recognized research organizations such as the National Science Foundation, NSF, or the British Antarctic Survey, BAS. Mainstream reporting on Antarctic ethics and safety, including evacuation and medevac operations, is transparent and subject to publication in scientific logistics reviews. Alongside tales of disappearance, many accounts mention unexplained phenomena, especially unusual aerial sightings over Antarctic mountains. Section 9 examines these reports and compares them with confirmed observations and known atmospheric or research aircraft activities. Sightings and anomalous phenomena. Antarctica has a unique sky environment that has prompted sightings of atmospheric phenomena, Some ordinary, others less familiar. But mainstream science explains most of them without resorting to extraterrestrial or hidden bases. Research aircraft such as the Lockheed P-3 Orion, LC-130, Hercules, and specialized radar planes routinely fly over the trans-Antarctic mountains to collect gravity, radar, and climate data. These flights can produce optical effects or radar signatures that might look unusual to untrained observers, but they have well-defined scientific purposes. One category of confirmed sightings involves atmospheric optics, such as light pillars, sundogs, or mirages caused by ice crystals and temperature inversions in the frigid Antarctic atmosphere. These phenomena, observable around the stations like McMurdo or Amundsen Scott, can produce floating lights or flashes that appear to move unpredictably to lay observers, but they are well understood in atmospheric physics. After surveying these claims in their scientific context, we come to the central question: are these tales rooted in fact, fiction, or some mix of both? Section 10 investigates the evidence and uncertainties surrounding them. Fact, fiction, or something in between? Scientific exploration of Antarctica has revealed a complex subglacial world of lakes, valleys, and ecosystems that exist under extreme conditions. But these discoveries are based on empirical data, not speculative anecdotes. Modern studies using radar and satellite data, like the identification of more than 230 subglacial lakes by the ESA's Cryosat-2 mission between 2010 and 2020, show that Antarctica's interior is dynamic and changing over time, with lakes filling and draining. Most documented subglacial features, such as Lake Vostok or networks under Lake Whillans, are the result of geothermal heat, pressure melting, and natural hydrology, not artificial engineering. Such lakes are routinely studied by drilling projects and are recognized as extreme environments that can support microbial life, offering clues about life on icy worlds like Jupiter's moon Europa. Whether revelation or misinterpretation, these claims force one unsettling question: if Antarctica still hides its deepest truths in 2025, what else has humanity never been allowed to uncover?